Hello viewers, I am Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal, stand before you with the topic Sustainable Development, its meaning and its linkage with governance. It is found in +3 second semester Political Science General Elective and the name of the paper is Governance, Issues and Challenges. But before I discuss meaning of sustainable development and its linkage with governance, I want to inform my viewers that the name of my channel is @Dilip Kumar Pal 9375, where you will find both Odia and English video of +3 first semester to +3 sixth semester Politics Honors, +3 first semester to 5th semester Ethics and Values, +3 first semester to 2nd semester Political Science General Elective, and Environmental Studies of +3 first semester. And videos of +2 second year Political Science and +2 first year Political Science are also available. Any video you want, just write my name and the name of the topic and the name of the paper, you will get both Odia and English video. Let us start. What is sustainable development? The concept sustainable development is a very popular concept today. It has come to scene in 1972 when United Nations arranged a conference on environment at Stockholm in Sweden. But sustainable development has taken its complete shape in 1987 when Gro Harlem Brundtland, former Prime Minister of Norway, in his report Our Common Future, clarified goals of sustainable development. So, sustainable development is a growing concept. The concept sustainable development has come to scene when United Nations arranged a conference on environment at Stockholm in Sweden in 1972. But the concept sustainable development became more clear when in 1987 Gro Harlem Brundtland, in an article Our Common Future, clarified the concept sustainable development. So, the concept sustainable development is a very growing concept. It has come to scene in 1972 when United Nations arranged a conference on environment at Stockholm in Sweden. But sustainable development has taken its complete shape in 1987 when Gro Harlem Brundtland, former Prime Minister of Norway, in his report Our Common Future, clarified goals of sustainable development. So, sustainable development is a very growing concept, it is a very popular concept. This sustainable development has come to scene. It has appeared for the first time in 1972 when United Nations arranged a conference on environment at Stockholm in Sweden in 1972. But the concept sustainable development has taken its complete shape, complete form when in 1987 Gro Harlem Brundtland, former Prime Minister of Norway, in the article Our Common Future, clarified the goal of sustainable development. So, sustainable development has come to scene in 1972 when the United Nations arranged a conference at Stockholm in Sweden, but it has become more popular, more prominent in 1987 when former Norwegian Prime Minister Gro Harlem Brundtland, in his article Our Common Future, clarified the goals of sustainable development. So what is sustainable development? Meaning of sustainable development. Sustainable development is a clause of two words like sustainable and development. The word sustainable has come from the word sustainere, S-U-S-T-I-N-E-R-E, means to sustain or maintain or uphold or endure. So sustainable means it is the ability to continue over a long period of time. Development means progress. So sustainable development means how we must live today if we want a better tomorrow by meeting the present needs without compromising the chances of future generations to meet their needs. So what is sustainable development? Sustainable development is the plus of two words. One is sustainable, other one is the development. Sustainable means it has come from the word sustinere, means to sustain or maintain or uphold or endure. So sustainable means it is the ability to continue over a long period of time. Development means progress. So sustainable development means how we must live today if we want a better tomorrow by meeting present needs without compromising the chances of future generation to meet their needs. So sustainable development means it is the plus of two words. One is sustainable, other one is the development. The word sustainable means it has come from the word sustinere, means to maintain, to uphold or to endure, and develop. So sustainable means it has come from the word sustinere, means to sustain or maintain or uphold or endure. So sustainable means it is the ability to continue over a long period of time. So sustainable means to maintain a particular thing for a long period of time. It means we should not consume everything at present. We should maintain the process in such a manner that in the long run also we will enjoy. And progress means development. And development means progress. So sustainable development means we should make development. We should continue our process of development in such a manner that it would last longer, so that people of future generation will also enjoy. So sustainable development means it is a plus of two words. One is sustainable, other one is development. Sustainable means it has come from the word sustinere, means to sustain or maintain or to endure. So sustainable means to maintain something for a long period. It means we should lead a life in such a manner that we maintain the trend of life for a long time. We should not consume everything at present. Whatever we have, we'll have to maintain it for a long time. It is sustainable. And development means progress. So sustainable development means we should maintain our sustainable development means whatever we have, we should maintain it for a long time, and we should maintain it for the future generation. So sustainable development means development will be made, and development will be made, and development will be made in such a manner that the environment will not be polluted, the natural resources of the environment will not be destroyed totally, and the environment will have to be maintained for future, and natural resources will be reserved for the future generation also. So sustainable development means to make development, the environment must be taken into account, natural resources of the environment must be taken into account. So sustainable development means development will be made in such a manner that people of present generation as well as people of future generation will be benefited. In sustainable development, the environment will not be polluted, so that future generation will be in problem. And natural resources will not be exhausted totally, so that people of future generation will be in problem. So sustainable development means development will be made in such a manner that the trend of development will be maintained. By it, people of future generation will not be in problem. So sustainable development means development will be made by keeping an account to the environment and its natural resources. In sustainable development, environment will not be polluted, so that people of present generation and people of future generation will be in problem, and natural resources will not be totally exhausted, by which people of future generation will be in problem. So sustainable development means development will be made, nobody will deny, development will be made, but development will be made in such a manner that both the people of present generation and future generation will be benefited. This is sustainable development. It means development will be made in such a way that both present generation and future generation will be benefited. The key principle of sustainable development is that development will be made in such a way that the environment, its natural resources, especially precious raw materials, will be used carefully, so that people of present and future generation will be benefited. For the sake of development, environment will not be polluted and destroyed, and natural resources will not be used carelessly, so that people of future generation will not be in problem. So Brundtland said sustainable development means sustainable development means development that needs the needs of present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. So according to Brundtland, sustainable development means development that meets the needs of present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So sustainable development means development will be made, but development will be made in such a manner that people of future generation will not be in problem. So development will be made in such a manner that the trend of development, the process of development will have to be for a long period. But the development, both people of present generation and future generation will be benefited. So at the time of development, environment will have to be taken into consideration. It will not to be destroyed. It will not be destroyed, so that people of present generation and future generation will be problem. Precious raw materials should not be used carelessly. It should be used in such a manner that people of present generation as well as people of future generation will be benefited. So this is sustainable development. So we are clear about the meaning of sustainable development. Now discuss three pillars of sustainable development. Sustainable development has three pillars. Number one, environmental sustainability. It means at the time of development, appropriate steps will be taken to protect and preserve the environment for the people of future generation. Sustainable development has three pillars. Number one is environmental sustainability. Environmental sustainability means at the time of making development, environment must be preserved. Preservation of environment must be taken into account, so that people of present generation and future generation will be benefited. Or development will not be made at the cost of environment. Number two, social sustainability. It means while making development, human rights, equality, access to education, health, care must be considered. So social sustainability means while making development, human rights, equality among human beings, their health care, and their ability to have education or access to education must be taken into consideration. Number 3, economic sustainability. It means at the time of promoting long-term economic growth, interest of society, its cultural aspect, environment must be given priority. Economic sustainability means while making long-term development. Sustainable development means long-term development. At the time, interest of society, its cultural aspects, and its environment must be taken into account. So we are clear about 3 pillars of sustainable development. Now discuss how to achieve sustainable development. Methods to achieve sustainable development. Number 1, embrace renewable energy. It means energy which are auto filled up must be used like solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy. So for sustainable development, number 1, embrace renewable energy. Energies which will be filled up automatically must be used. Because if natural resources will be used, it will be lost. So renewable energy which will be auto filled up will be used like tidal energy, wind energy, and the solar energy. Number 2, sustainable transportation. It means which have minimum environmental pollution must be used. Sustainable transportation. It means at the time of transportation, that means will be used which will have minimum environmental pollution. Number 3, waste reduction and recycling. It means use natural resources wisely, and recycling means conversion of waste materials into reusable and new materials. So for sustainable development, waste reduction means natural resources must be used carefully. Recycling means it is a process where conversion of waste materials will be made into reusable and new material. Now 4th, raise awareness. People must be made aware about the importance of environment. People must be aware about the importance of environment. Then ethical consumerism. By this also environment will be preserved. Consumer must be encouraged to use eco-friendly product, not eco-harm products. Then empower women and girls. Women who constitute 43% of global labor force must be educated so they can take steps to preserve environment pollution. Empower women and girls. Women and girls who constitute 43% of global labor force must be given education. If they will be educated, they will take those steps by which there will not be environmental pollution. So by this method, environmental pollution can be checked. Now let's see, again, sustainable agriculture. It is a type of agriculture which maintains balance between need of food production and preservation of ecosystem of environment. Then another one is sustainable agriculture. Sustainable agriculture is a agriculture which will promote agriculture production. Again, it will maintain the ecology of the environment. It is a type of agriculture which maintains balance between need of food production, balance between need of food production, and preservation of ecosystem environment. So there will be sustainable agriculture. In sustainable agriculture, a balance will be maintained by which there will be food production. Again, the environment will not be polluted. So by these methods, environmental sustainable development can be promoted. Now let's see linkage between sustainable development and governance. It means for sustainable development, what is the role of government? What government will make for sustainable development? Number 1, planning. Government by governance make planning how environment will be preserved. For sustainable development, government has a major role. What role the government will have? Number 1, planning. Government by governance make planning how environment will be preserved. The first responsibility of government is that government will make planning by which environment will be preserved. Number two, global governance. Government should take foreign assistance to preserve environment. Global governance, it is the role of the government to take foreign assistance, to take foreign technology. How environmental pollution will be checked. Number three, accountability. Government is the custodian of the natural environment and give compensation for intentional and unintentional damage to environment. Third role of the government is accountability. Government is the custodian, it is the guardian of the natural environment. So if there will be any damage to the environment intentionally or unintentionally, the government will have to give compensation. Number four, responsibility. It is the responsibility of government to make stringent law to preserve environment. Government has the responsibility to maintain the environment. So it will have to make stringent, rigorous laws how environmental pollution will not invade. Then sound economic policy. By it, government preserve the environment. The government will have to make sound economic policy, better economic policy, by which environment will not be polluted. Then autonomy. Government should give freedom to people to give their views about need of sustainable development and take part in conferences on sustainable development. Autonomy. Government will give freedom to people so that they can express their views about sustainable development and they can participate freely in the conferences relating to sustainable development. Finally, fairness. Government should see fairness in the use of natural resources. There should be laws in this field. Fairness means rule of law. It is the function of government to make rule how natural resources will not be exhausted or used properly. Government should see fairness in the use of natural resources. It means it is the function of the government to see how natural resources will be used carefully. There should be law in this context. Government should make law in this context. So in this video we have discussed meaning of sustainable development, meaning of sustainable development, then pillars of sustainable development, how sustainable development will be achieved, and the link between sustainable development and the governance. So I request my viewers to subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed, and ever those of your friends who are ignorant about this channel, by this will not have any loss. At least some students will be benefited. Never forget, never hesitate to give help to anybody. Help to anybody. It is a great help to humanity. Thank you. Have a nice day.